take responsibility for you screwing up your draft. I'm not doing it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Talk Man Radio Show live. We are here. It is August 21st. A week. It keeps getting closer. Tick, 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 tick. Keeps getting closer. Draft days are coming. It is August 21st, 2020. And welcome to the Talk Man Radio Show live. This is what we're here for. And we got some more fantasy football news for you to help you out with the draft that's coming right around the corner. I can see it. All you guys getting ready for your fantasy football. You're in all these leagues. Yes, me too. So welcome to the show. Tonight we are going to go over the top 16 passing offenses, and I'm going to explain to you my spreadsheet that I do every year, just like I did the rushing offenses. Instead of doing 20 and 12, we'll just do 16 and then 16, just to make it even. So you're watching this on 12 Ounce Sports, and don't forget 12 Ounce Sports and 12ouncesports.com. You can catch us. 12ouncesports.com is right here. We have all kinds of great stuff on here. But 12 Ounce Sports and Talkman Radio, subscribe on Facebook, friend us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. All of us. Check us out. You can even friend me at Talkman Radio on Facebook. And I got no friends. I'll probably say yeah. But this is 12ouncesportsradio.com. Check it out because we have a lot of stuff on here. All kinds of articles. You can check out the state of the Lakers. New articles up every day. The Cool Show. These guys are good guys, and all this stuff, very interesting. Vegas guys, Vegas Squares guys. And don't forget, at the bottom, a little donate button. If you can, we can always use $1 or $2 to help us out with equipment and things like that. So that's 12ouncesportsradio.com. Also, 12 Ounce Sports Gear. What's up? We got the masks, we got the t-shirts, we got the women's t-shirts, we got the iPhone coverings, we got the Samsung covers, we got the fanny pack where you can keep all this crap. It's all in there. I do like the pillow, the mug, the hoodie, the tank top. And I'm gonna get into tonight how you right there, me, yeah, you can get some of this stuff. You gotta do a little work, but it ain't gonna cost you nothing. I'll explain that to you later. But so far, what do we got? I got 12 Ounce Sports. So you want to take a moment to tell you about 12 Ounce Sports? Now that the action's officially back on 12 Ounce Sports, your home for the best live talk shows covering all aspects of the sporting world and live game broadcasts with Zingo TV. Yes, Zingo TV. I'll get into more of that later. Adding 12 Ounce Sports to their long list of channels, you can now catch my show and all the others on Zingo TV, channel 761. All you got to do is download Zingo TV and use the promo code 12OUTS. That's 120Z when signing up. It's that simple. Be sure to check out our latest blogs and podcasts as well on 12ouncesportsradio.com. And I already went over that. So, moving on. The rundown real quick. What I've got for you tonight is, like I said, the top 16 passing offenses from last year, and I'll explain it to you when we get into it. Draft dates. I have some dates coming up, and I have some more information on the 12 Ounce Sports League that we're going to be starting. So get ready for that. And for all you women out there, I know we haven't been doing Love is Nice because because the football season is near. But I've got a special PSA, the greatest PSA in the history of the world. And I don't want to oversell it, though. So, you'll see. That's coming up. So be ready. So with that being said, we are 5 minutes in. I've yapped enough. Let's get down to it. So we're doing the top 16 passing offenses. I'm going to go over this right now. So like the rushing stats, these are the passing stats, and it's kind of the same breakdown. But I'll explain to you how I did it. Some of them's pretty self-explanatory. These are the passing yards, and that's how I rank them. The passing yard, the most passing yards to the least passing yards. I'll go over this in a second. How many sacks they let up, which goes to how good the offensive line is in protection. And how many picks they threw, which goes to quarterback decision-making. So you can take that into account when you're drafting. Now, we know who the good quarterbacks are, who the mediocre quarterbacks are, who the young quarterbacks are, who could progress, and who the stinky quarterbacks are probably going to get tossed out. We know who they are already. They're the guys who are probably playing in front of rookies. That doesn't mean they don't have value, especially on a week-to-week basis. But that's for you to decide. I'm just here to guide you. I'm a guy. I'm like a Sherpa. And we're on the fantasy football mountain. We're stepping, we got cleats on. We're stepping around. Trying to step around the crappy guys and get to the good guys. So, let me explain this part. The efficiency and ranking part is, here's how I do it. Efficiency and ranking goes with how many passing yards you have minus where you are ranked in. I'll just do it like this. The Tampa Bay's number one in passing yards. So I just take the rank. So they are number one in passing yards, but they were fourth in attempts, which means they get a lot of big, so you take 4 minus 1, your efficiency is 3, and their rank is 12th overall. So they took the fourth most amount of passing attempts to get the most yards. That may sound weird, but it kind of makes sense in terms of, okay, like the number one was San Fran. They got 4,000 yards, but they ended up with efficiency rank of 12, which means that 17, they took the 29th most, they were 29th in attempts, and they get the 17th most amount of yards. So I just think they were the most efficient with their yards throwing the ball. And they were high up there in the rushing offenses too. So they had a good offense last year. You had to kind of pick and choose guys. I mean, Kittle was good. Garoppolo was meh. Mostert came in big late in the season. And during the season, Breida and Coleman were kind of like week by week stuff. But then Mostert took over in the rushing part. Deebo Samuel was in there a little bit. Emmanuel Sanders came in. It was really hard to lock in on guys last year. A lot of moving parts and guys getting brought into the lineup and falling out of the lineup. So it was really hard to get a bead on San Francisco in terms of guys you can start week in and week out. But they had some guys that could do it, and their offense was pretty good, especially in the passing game. I mean, they didn't throw the ball out that much, but they made the most out of their throws, which was good. Hopefully this year with Sanders is out, they were hoping Deebo Samuel was going to come in and, all right, now you're going to be the number one guy. I was really high on him. I'm still kind of high on him. But now he's going to be out for a little bit, and I'm not big on drafting guys who are hurt. So that's how that works. So the red is the top. The top 5 are marked in red. The top 5 in sacks, least amount of sacks, are marked in green here. And the top 5, which there's like a million top 5s here in interceptions, because the top 5 was 8, but then there was a bunch of 8s. So that's how that worked out. So that's how we're looking at this. So and I do this every year. It's good to help with guys who this is good for the wide receivers and tight ends to see how they work out. So let's do it. Get ready for the season. All right. So Tampa Bay was number one. They threw the ball a ton. You knew they were going to throw the ball a ton. They had Arians in there, who I like, but they just couldn't get it done in terms of the quarterback. The quarterback was not just a bad decision maker, and I've been saying that for years. I never liked Winston when he came out, and despite all the off the field nonsense, I didn't think he wasn't great. He just didn't seem to have it. Bad decision maker. They did, they were 12th in efficiency. They probably could have been better. They might not have needed to throw the ball as much if they had a capable running game. The running game wasn't that great last year. Too many sacks. That means holding on to the ball. I think it's a combination of holding on to the ball too long and a line that's not so great. So, like the running backs, same head coach, offensive coordinator. We're running the same system. We're going to throw the ball a ton. They have a new QB, possibly. I mean, one of, if not the best quarterback of all time. He is getting a little older now, but that doesn't mean he doesn't know what's going on. So he can, as long as they can protect him, he will get the ball out quick. Snap to throw time is going to shrink, and this, which is going to help this sack number, I think, a lot. He'll just get rid of the ball a lot quicker. He's got great wide receivers and tight ends. So he's got to, they want to throw the ball. They've got a quarterback to throw the ball. They've got guys who can catch the ball. I think they're all set. I think this number will probably drop a little bit. I don't think you can see them as number one because you're not going to have to throw the ball as much if they can get into the end zone quicker and keep the pressure on teams. Okay, you're up 7, 10, 17. Okay, wait a minute. Now we have to throw the ball, and then that makes them one-dimensional, and then you can run the ball later in the game. So I think this is going to come down, but I still think you have a great opportunity with Tampa Bay with their quarterbacks, their running backs, and even their running backs. The quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends, even their running backs. I'm not big on Gronk. I'm not too big on Gronk. I'm kind of big on Brady. But Gronk's a little old and he's always been injury prone, so I wouldn't be going, jumping up to get him. Anyway, so that's Tampa Bay at with the most passing yards. Atlanta, number 2. They threw the ball 5,049 yards. They were -1. That means they were 14th in efficiency. They threw the ball. They got a lot of yards. They throw the ball a lot to get those yards. 50 sacks. That's 26th in the league. That's not great. The line is not. They don't have a good line. The line took a step back. They've been trying to improve it. They drafted Matthews. They got Mack in there. Mack's good. Mack's pretty solid, but Matthews seems like he's maybe dropping back a little bit. He's not progressing to be one of the top linemen. He took a bad year off last year, and that was not good. So, we could, the line's not great. You can see that, and they have a quarterback back there. Maybe he holds the ball a little bit sometimes, but the line has to take their share of credit for a lot of those sacks. So I'm not big on their line, but they have great wide receivers. They have one of the best wide receivers, and they got Calvin Ridley in there. They also have some other guys. The third guy, I forget who he is. Hold on, I'll tell you. The third guy, I want to say he's Aldrich or something like that. See if I can find it. Russell Gage, I don't think he's there anymore. He might be there. If he's there, he's the other guy. So I kind of like him a little bit because they're going to be throwing the ball all over the place. I also do like Hurst a little bit. We got to see. We don't have preseason. We can't see any of these guys out there. Can't see what the offense looks like. You're kind of blind going into the season. But if he takes over for Hooper, who had a really good season last year. I had him. He was he was one of the top tight ends. So you got a guy coming in here. He's never had the opportunity to start. It was always Andrews, and he was in there. And I think he might have had a little bit of an injury issue. But Now he's into this is your shot, buddy. What do you do? What do you do? So we'll see. He's a guy, you got another guy with a question mark next to him, but the opportunities are going to be there for him. So he could be a guy if you have to play in league with tight ends, which I think we're going to have tight ends in our league, but I don't want to get too much into it. I have a whole segment about that I'm going to talk about. So he's another guy that could make a big move this year. So that is Atlanta. Moving on to Dallas. Dallas was third with that running back there. They threw the ball all over the place last year. The efficiency was 8th. That was good enough for 6th, meaning they threw the ball the 11th most, I guess, and they got the 3rd most amount of yards out of it. They do have a good set of wide receivers, but we'll get into that. Sacks, they have a great line in front of them. That's always a positive, both for the rushing and the passing attack. So the offense is set. You got a coach in there now who just has to implement the system. They kept the offensive coordinator. So you have a new coach in there who has a championship under his belt, knows about how to get offenses working. Their offense was pretty good there in Green Bay. You had Aaron Rodgers running it, but now you've got wide receivers, running backs, a tight end that maybe could jump out this year. So and a great offensive line. Interceptions, 11 at the middle, a little on the front side, middle of the pack, but a few better decisions here and there. Maybe a tip ball that doesn't go tipped, and that number could be brought down. 11's not terrible. I'm not poo-pooing the 11, but if you can cut that down a little bit, that's great. New head coach, like I mentioned, he has a championship under his belt. He's worked with really good offenses. He's had a great quarterback. Now he has a really, really, really good offense, probably better than any offense he's had outside of the quarterback position that he's ever had in Green Bay. He's had some great wide receivers. He's got a really good set of wide receivers here. It's a great line, including the rookie Lamb to go along with Gallup and Cooper, and you got Jarwin there ready. He's just ready to make a jump. He's going to be given the opportunities that Witten had last year, and Witten had a decent year for being 500 years old.
Go to hell, you old bastard.
Yeah, that's what they said. Get out of here. He went to I think he went to the Raiders or something like that. Yeah, they told him get lost. We got the young kid in there, so we're bringing in Jarwin, and he's going to take over that spot. He's still had a good year, Witten, for being 8 million years old. But now this kid's going to get the chance and see what he does with it. If he doesn't do it, there's a rookie wide receiver right there to take those targets away. So you got a lot in Dallas that could be, there's a lot of guys here that could help your team out. Now, I'm not big on drafting whole teams and putting them on your team. I've seen guys do that. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it just goes right down the tubes. So I'm not big on that. I'll take, I don't like having a running back and a wide receiver from the same team. I'll take a quarterback and either of those two. But having quarterback, running back, wide receiver from the same team and throw a tight end in there and a kicker, okay, it's too much. You better score 50 points a game to get all these guys enough touches, plus getting them touchdowns. So I'm not big on that, but this is the kind of, the Dallas looks like they're stacked in a lot of areas. So Dallas, with the great line in front of them, gotta love that. And number 4, Kansas City. Even with Mahomes out for like 4 games, they're still 4th. Who cares? So, unbelievable. 46.90. They were second in efficiency. They with a plus 11. That's pretty good. You're making a lot of plays. You got Tyreek Hill out there. He catches the ball, he just goes. So that helps with the efficiency. 3rd in terms of sacks. Good line in front of him. Plus, Mahomes can get out of the way. Even with the injury, he was kind of stationary there. When he came back, they still couldn't get to him. 25 sacks. That's less than 2 a game. And interceptions 2nd. So boom, 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 right across the board. Kansas City is the offense if you were going to take guys from running back, wide receiver, kicker, the guy who hands out the helmets, the guy who brushes everybody's teeth, the guy in the back, the guy with the bed, the power forward. Take them all. Just take them all. That's the team you would take from Kansas City. Same head coach, same offensive coordinator, same shit. We're running the same shit we ran last year. We're going to run it again. Run it again. They do have a good line in front of them. Pretty solid. And great wide receivers and tight ends. Just, and they just keep adding to it. They brought in Hardman last year. He made plays. Tyreek Hill was out for those 4 or 5 games. I'm not going to talk about last year anyway, but he was out for those games. Your quarterback was out for 4 games. I think the kid from Michigan they put in there, whoever that guy was, he went in there and he played. So just they're just stacked here in Kansas City. It's really hard to take guys from Kansas City and not do well. So and they run across the whole board. They are the only team that hits top 5 in every one of these categories. Even though I made this one up myself. They least amount of sacks, least amount of picks. They're gonna keep drives going. You gotta like it. You just gotta like it. You know what else you gotta like? My bookie. These guys. That's from last week. My bookie. Sports are in full swing, and I want to help you take advantage of those sports investments. It's an investment when you're getting in on the action. 12 Ounce Sports is officially partnered with MyBookie.ag to get you the best deal possible. When you sign up on MyBookie.ag, they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000 when you punch in the promo code 12 Ounce Sports. That's 12OZ Sports. Go get that money. It's right there. You get it. You clean up. That's 12 Ounce Sports when signing up on MyBookie.ag to get your deposit matched up to $1,000. Right there. It's right there, waiting for you. You don't sign up, I'm going to send either one of these guys. One of these guys just beat up the other one. I haven't heard what happened in that fight. But they can show up at your house. You don't sign up. That's the way it works. So, mybookie.ag. Check it out. I'm not even marking off my stuff. All right, moving on. So we did the first 4. We're going to do the next 4. Number 5 was the Rams. Now, even though the Rams kind of stunk last year, they did throw for a lot of yards. Goff did throw for a lot of yards. His throwing touchdowns, though, was a huge run. They ran a lot in, but the offense was not what it was over the last few years. So they made some changes. The Rams at number 5, 4,669 yards. They were -2 in efficiency. That puts them in the back half. They start the list on the back half of the efficiency ranking. They did not let up a lot of sacks, though. We'll give them that one. Good line. Really good line. Really good pass blocking line. I gotta qualify that. And interceptions, way too many interceptions. 17 for 25th in the league. And that's all Goff. They didn't, he didn't get hurt. It was all him playing. Now, they had injuries at wide receiver. They had Brandon Cooks out. They had Gurley just not playing like himself, even though he got double-digit touchdowns on the ground. Just didn't work out. Just didn't work out last year. That's why they ended up, and they kept making moves, giving away capital in terms of draft picks to finish like 8-8. Not a great year last year. Could they bounce back this year? Yeah, they could. You got rid of Cooks, and now you've got the 2 guys, and we're going to see what else they build there. Plus, they have 2 tight ends that we're waiting to see who jumps out of that group in terms of Everett and Higbee. So we'll see what happens with that. They do have a new offensive coordinator, which doesn't really make that much of a difference. The offensive coordinator is McVay. Yeah, he does the offense. This guy just comes in and this guy brings coffee. Hey, maybe you should shut up. Go get me a sandwich. And cut the crusts off. 2 sacks. The run block is meh. And they have good wide receivers. I like Cooper Kupp. I like Cooper Kupp and what he does. Like, the job they ask him to do, he does it well. Who's the other guy? I hate when I can't. My brain just goes. And now I gotta find it because I'm OCD like that. Robert Woods. Yeah, I like Robert Woods. But out of the top 5 receivers they had last year, 2 of them are gone. Kupp and Woods were the top 2. Higbee and Everett were the next 2. Now, Higbee ended up with 69 catches for 734 yards. Not bad. Only 3 touchdowns, though, which was part of the problem with the Rams last year. They couldn't put in the end zone, especially through the air. So, Gurley's gone and Cooks are gone. They're going to have to be replaced. I am a little bullish on some of their running backs, but that needs to be straightened out. If we do have time, we're going to go into an article that I found, ask a couple really insightful questions, and give you some information. We'll see if we got that. We'll see if we have time for that. So that's the Rams. The Chargers, 4,648 yards. They were good for 4th. I mean, they were good with their efficiency was 4. That put them at 11. Now, granted, I'll get into that. 34 sacks, that's good for 11th. And 20 picks, it's good for 29. Too many picks. Way too many picks, Rivers. That's why you're gone. And the offense coordinator's gone and brought in a new one. They did pick up Brian Bulaga. Very good. That should help stabilize the offensive line. Maybe keep that. Maybe bring that sack number down. Now, the rookie quarterback, that's the issue. We don't know when this kid's going to get in there. I don't think he's going to start. They're going to have, what's his face in there? The other guy. Todd. Again, I gotta go. Tyrod Taylor, that's it. Called Tyler. Tyrod Taylor. I don't know how long he's going to be in there. He is very conservative with the ball, and he's been used conservatively. At least when he was in Cleveland, he was. Even before that, you can expect a lot of 9 of 12 games for 114 yards, maybe a touchdown, but no picks, maybe 1. But he's conservative and he makes good decisions with the ball. You just can't use him that much for some reason. He does have legs. He can move around a little bit. But they don't want him doing that. They want Herbert in there. They want him to learn. And he could start right away. I don't think that's going to happen. So you don't know what's going on with the rookie quarterback. This number's probably you're not going to hit that number. You're probably going to be somewhere in the teens or maybe in the 20s in terms of how many yards you get throwing the ball, depending on how good the rookie is and how long it takes for him to take the job away from Taylor. So you don't know what's going on here. They do have good wide receivers. I like Keenan Allen. Williams is kind of up and down, way too many injuries for me, but I do like Keenan Allen. I was kind of off of him when he got injured those 2 years. But he's been, pretty good with his injuries. No injuries, I don't think. I think he might have missed a game a year or 2 ago. But I have no problem with him. Hunter Henry, he's another guy with injuries. There's too much stuff going on here with the Chargers, especially with the guy getting the ball. So I expect them to fall in pretty much all these numbers. The sacks, I think that'll go down too. And I think the interceptions will probably go down because I don't think they're going to throw the ball as much. I think they're going to run the ball a lot. But Eckler's more of a pass-catching back anyway. He wasn't that great on the ground. He made a lot of his money through the air. So you're going to get a lot of dump-offs in terms of the passing game. I'm not big on the Chargers. I see their offense falling, and they could fall a lot very precipitously. Try to get a smart word out there. That didn't work.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Okay, fine. Had to throw that in there. Number 7, New Orleans. 4,431 yards. And Breeze missed like 6 games. They're good for they were 6th. It's good for 8th. 25th in sacks. Not a lot of sacks, even with the other guy in there. They have a very, very good line from him. 6 picks. That's with 2 quarterbacks and 6 picks. It's good for third. Same head coach, same offense coordinator. Great line in front of him. A first-round rookie offensive lineman they drafted to bring in there and bolster that line even more. You got to like how they run things in New Orleans. They have great wide receivers. They brought in Emmanuel Sanders. They have the best wide receiver, in my opinion, Michael Thomas. They have good running backs who catch the ball out of the backfield. They have good backup run. They're good all around. If there's another team that you consider taking all their guys, it's New Orleans. They're just set all over the place. The only thing I'm a little worried about is injuries, and that's the quarterback spot, especially if Breeze goes down again, which he's been missing games recently. Then you bring in Mr. 30 picks from last year, Jameis Winston. So then I don't know what's going to happen. You go from Mercedes to a Pinto there. I'm not a big fan of Winston. So that's number 7. Number 8. Surprisingly, Detroit, with all them quarterbacks last year. Detroit, number 8, 4,187 yards. And in the top 5. There's something going on there in Detroit. They didn't show it last year, but there's something going on there. If you keep Stafford in there, I think you can get they might be able to make a move here. Just going through what I found here. They were 5th they were 17th in attempts to get the 8th most yards. It's not bad. Now, you got to help out with the sacks a little bit, buddy. You got to do something about that. Can't hold on to the ball. But on top of that, you got to think, you had 2 guys back there didn't know what they were doing, holding on to the ball and getting sacked. I remember that, I think it was the Thanksgiving game. That guy was in there. He was getting blown up. Whoever that guy was. I forget his name. I forget both of their names. They were both, I don't know who they were. And I don't care anymore. But they still hung in there enough to get, to have pretty good efficiency. 15 interceptions, good for 21st. Got to cut that out. But again, you got another backup. You got 2 backups in there. Same head coach, same offensive coordinator. I think this is the year they have to make a jump, or else their job's going to be on the line. They have a 3rd-round rookie guard they drafted. They picked up Vaitai. I'm not pronouncing his name. They do have good wide receivers. I like Galladay. I mean, look what he did last year. I think he led the league in touchdown receptions with 2 backups in there. So it's not bad. Will the tight end improve? That's huge. If he can come out big, and I mean big this year, but you don't even need to be big. You need above average. And you have the other guys just playing the way they play. This is another team. Now you got a rookie running back in there, and a beat up running back gets hurt too much. If they can get their stuff together, now I'm asking for perfection. Well, I'm not even asking for perfection. Just don't get hurt. Try not to get hurt, buddy. But they've been injured. They've been bitten by the injury bug for the last 2 years. Particularly at the running back position, and last year at the quarterback position. So their offense they haven't been able to just can't get right. The kid just can't get right. The offense can't get right. But Galladay has been pretty solid with all this crap going on. So I do like Galladay in terms of wide receivers here. And if Hawkinson can get his stuff together, we'll see what happens. Really want to see what happens. Like I said before, Zingo TV. Check out Zingo TV. It's free. But please use the promo code 12ounce. That's 12OZ, 120Z. It really helps out when you do that. I don't know why they're not playing anything here. 12 Ounce Sports is channel 761. Plus, they have other actual sports channels, music channels, and a bunch of other stuff. Check it out. Go on there, play with it a little bit. It's free. That's the best part I can say about this thing. It's free. Please sign up and use the promo code 12ounce. That's 120Z. And not only that, on top of this, replay of the Talkman Radio Show live. You can see this tomorrow when you're hungover at 11 a.m. You should be already signed up now. Now you're in. You can watch me again. You can see all this. Giving you all this out of this. What? So, Zingo TV. Let's keep going. Number 9, New England with Tom Brady there. They were 9th. They kind of fell off a little bit. They're usually top 10, but last year they were -4, put them at 20. Still, the line's always solid here. They're in New England, they're always solid in the parts that they need to be solid. They run the ball. They're always top 10, except for last year, but I've been doing this for years. They're always in the top 10, sometimes top 5. And in terms of their offensive line. So they're always solid in the fundamental areas. They run the ball. They keep their quarterback up. They just don't have Tom Brady there anymore. So, I don't know. You think the offense is going to be okay? I don't think they're going to take as much of a back step as people think. I really don't. 28 sacks, that's 5th. Interceptions, 9, that's 11th. Same head coach, same offense coordinator. They always have a good line. New quarterback, that's where you just don't know. So you got to make them a negative because you're going for the best quarterback to, I don't know. So you got to make that in mind. They do have good wide receivers. Edelman is solid. The rookie from last year looked okay when he finally got in there, as long as they don't get hurt. I think their wide receivers do what they're asked to do. Dorsett, who I'm not sure if he's there anymore, but he was a speed guy. He caught deep passes. They were pretty much, their wide receivers are good at what they're supposed to be doing well. So they're good. I like their wide receivers. Quarterback, we don't know what's going to happen. I actually think it's going to be Stidham, but we'll see. We don't even know yet, but we'll get into that. I found an article, and I'll show you that. Number 10, Carolina, 4,134 yards. That's good for -8, which is 29th. Even with that Allen kid back there, stunk the joint up. They brought in Bridgewater to see if he can help out. 58 sacks, that ain't going to help out. That's good for 31st. I think it's tied for last. 21 interceptions is good for 30th. So the quarterback play was awful last year. That brought in a new head coach and a new offensive coordinator. You got McCaffrey. That's always a plus. It's good to dump him off. New quarterback with Bridgewater. He played solidly last year, but he played solidly with a really good offense in New Orleans. This offense has McCaffrey and DJ Moore. Is he going to replicate that? I don't think so, but he'll probably help these numbers out. All 3 of these numbers. This number, not sure. I don't know if they're going to go up or down with the 41-34. They have good wide receivers. I do like DJ Moore. Not bonkers about him, but he's good. Their offensive line needs help with their pass blocking. They just do. You can't let up 58 sacks, especially a new quarterback. Oh, thanks for all the money. No, I don't have a brain. My brain's over there now. But I got a bunch of money. I don't know what to buy. I don't know how to buy anything. I just keep pressing X. See if something happens to buy online. But I don't know anymore. I don't even know my name. So, that could be a problem there in Carolina. But I think their numbers are going to go up a little bit. They'll probably become more run-centric, especially with the coach they got. So, we'll see. Miami at number 11. Surprisingly, who expected Miami to be number 11? That's where they are. 11th most passing yards with 4,117 yards. We're looking at -4 in their efficiency. That puts them at 20. 50, again, too many sacks. Way too many sacks. But I do like the coach over there, and I'll show you why. 18 picks. That's good for 27th. That's not great. Got to help that out. I don't know if a rookie quarterback's going to help that, but we'll see. New offensive coordinator. They got rid of that guy. They brought in somebody new. First pick went to the quarterback. I do like Tua. We'll see. I like the situation he's in. I think they're going to try and, work this offense around him and build it around him. The line is bad, but 3 offensive linemen drafted in the first 4 rounds. That's a problem. Okay, we'll just bring in young dudes, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully they all get in there and do well, but they're going to get some value out of some of the 1, 2, possibly 3 of these offensive linemen. If they all stink, that's a problem. You got big problems there. But you invested a lot in it, you have to see some return on that. So hopefully that will bring this number down, which will bring this number down, but you don't know the decision-making process with the rookie. He's probably going to get in there. I don't know how soon. We'll see how Fitzy does. But Miami at number 11. Who expected that one? Not me. Seattle, number 12, 4,110 yards passing. Their efficiency was they plus 11, which is good for second, which means that they threw the ball the 23rd amount. 23rd. They ran the ball a lot. 23rd amount of pass attempts, which got them the 12th most yards. Pretty good. You got a great quarterback there. Sacks, 48. That's way too many. The offensive line's iffy, even with Wilson back there. And if you had like a stationary guy back there, that number would be 748 because Wilson gets out of problems. Interception, 6, good for third. That's top notch right there. Another guy makes really good decisions with his legs and his arms. I'm really big on Wilson this year. I really like him. Same offense coordinator. Everything's the same. That gives great quarterback. I put that in here. That covers up a lot of mistakes. Good wide receivers. I like both of them. The tight ends, I think it's going to be throwing the ball to the two guys. I mean, you've got Lockett there, who's really good. He kind of fell off a little bit last year, which opened the door for Metcalf. But he was on his way to being like a top 10, top 5 wide receiver until he got that. I think he got a hip injury, like some kind of leg injury, lower body injury, and then it might have been a foot. I don't know. Once that happened, his numbers just went off the cliff downward. So, yeah, that was a problem for him. But he's come back healthy. We'll see what happens. 2 free agent offensive linemen signed. See if that helps. And a third-round offensive lineman drafted. So, again, like Miami, we know what to do on offense. We just need guys, big guys, to stop the other big guys from hitting our smaller guys. And then we're good. So, I should be an offensive coordinator. It's that simple. Get bigger guys to stop their bigger guys from hitting their smaller guys. Who said this hard? I didn't. Anyway. Got you with that. You're still thinking about that one. You know what you don't have to think about? Some of the 12-ounce sports guys we have on here. Some of their shows. And I'll tell you about them right now. We've got 2 that I'm going to explain who they are. Want to get an inside look at recreational sports betting? Do you? Then check out the Vegas Squares podcast brought to you by 12-Ounce Sports. Hey, that's us. That's what you're watching right now. Catch them every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on Zingo TV, channel 761. I already went over that. And again on Wednesday nights for their new golf betting show. You like golf, you like to bet, there you go. Check out their website at lvsquares.com. That's lvsquares.com. That's the Vegas Squares exclusively on 12-Ounce Sports and Zingo TV. Also on 12-Ounce Sports, check out James and the Agent, Wednesdays, 8 to 9:30. They get a little longer show. We'll get into that. This Wednesday, James A. Paxton and Jared the Agent Nyland discuss the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, and our ALNL MVP pick in this exciting 60-game season of baseball. Check out James and the Agent Wednesdays, 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's not a.m. Don't wake up, get your coffee, expect to hear him. You're not going to hear nothing. That's James and the Agent Wednesdays, 8 to 9:30. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're getting a lot of talent here at 12 Ounce. I'm really excited about these guys. So the last bunch we're gonna do right now is the last 4. Vegas at number 13 at 4,410 yards. Their efficiency was 8. They're pretty good. They probably if Antonio Brown didn't go bonkers, they probably could have made some moves here, and this could have went up. I mean, they were efficiency. They were pretty efficient with their offense, with their passing offense without him in there. I think Waller had a lot to do with that. Sacks, 29. It's good for 8th. The line's solid. And 8 picks, tied for 5th. Not bad. Same head coach, same offensive coordinator. You can see them building something there out there in Vegas. They have a good line, and first and third round wide receivers they brought in. They picked up Ruggs, who I'm hearing some good things about. If I have time, we'll get into that. And another guy in the third round, I forget who he is, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So this offense, this passing offense could take a pretty good leap. I don't think they're going to go crazy and jump into Kansas City territory, which is, in my opinion, the best in the league overall offense. But you got some things in Vegas that you could be looking at, especially fantasy-wise, that really could help you out. I mean, I like the running backs. Carr, though, could he make that jump? He played well a couple years ago. Could he do it again? It's possible. But we don't have preseason. We got to read the articles and see what happens. 14th, Houston, 4,083 yards. That's good for the sixth most efficient, a sixth number, and the eighth spot in efficiency. 49 sacks, way too many. Even though they make big plays out there, but we'll get into that. Way too many sacks. Are you going to be able to get out of those sacks without Hopkins there now? That's a question mark that's going to need to be answered. I think I think it's not going to be as good as you think, and I don't think it's going to be as bad as you think. But that's my opinion. 14 picks, good for 20th. Same head coach, same offensive coordinator. Bad pass blocking offensive line. They went out, they got Tunsil. They went out, picked up the wide receiver. They did all this stuff for 49 sacks. And they lost Hopkins now. Not great. The quarterback's good. I like Watson. I really do. But you lost Hopkins. You brought in Brandon Cooks to help out, and Randall Cobb. I see what they're doing, how they're setting it up. But you lost Hopkins. I don't think it's going to be terrible for them. I don't think it's going to be a huge. You just have to manage where all those targets are going to go now. But I don't think it's terrible, but it's not great. And some of the targets are going to go to who they brought in, David Johnson. Some of them are going to go to him. Number 15, the Giants, 4,070 yards. The Giants, with a rookie in there most of the time. The Giants, at 15. They were -6 in efficiency, which put them at 26th. Not great. They're going to have to work on that. But the kid got a lot of experience in there. 43 sacks, not great. That's good for 19th. And 17 picks. You're going to have to bring that down. You expect the kid to improve. You don't know how much he's going to improve, though. So you have to see about that. New head coach, new offensive coordinator. You got to bring in a whole new system now for the kid to learn. They did bring in 2 offensive tackles in the first and third rounds to help the kid out. So that's good. Now, the wide receivers, the tight end, especially Darius Slayton, who I kind of like. We're going to have to see what happens with him. They're going to need to improve. And the tight end department, he's going to need to stay on the field. But Golden Tate, he's he's a good player now. He's a little older now. But you're going to need somebody to be the number 1 wide receiver out there. I don't know if Sterling Shepard's going to be that guy. I don't think. I mean, Golden Tate can have flashes. But I think you need Slayton to really make a big jump this year for this team to really head into the top 10, maybe top 5 in passing offense. If they want to throw the ball, this Daniel Jones guy. You've got Saquon back there who can catch 90 balls if you really want him to, which is not a bad thing. But you've got to get some wide receivers in there to make a jump and make their presence, known, to scare defenses. And the QB's got to improve. He did well, but he has to improve. He cannot take a slide back, or this offense is in the tank. Number 16, our last team on there is Philly. 4,063 yards, -8. It's good for 29th. They just threw the ball around a lot. They threw the ball a ton, and they only got 4,000 yards out of it. I think that's going to get better. Their wide receivers stunk last year. Deshaun Jackson was in there for 1 game. 37 sacks. Not terrible, but not great. Wentz got to get rid of the ball a little quicker. They set the offense up for him to do that. But didn't throw a lot of picks. That's good. Same head coach. They do have a really good line. and their first round rookie wide receiver is pretty. He's going to get an opportunity to go in there, but I'm not big on him because rookie wide receivers in this offense, and I'm talking about the Andy Reid offense, which is the Philadelphia offense, basically, with Peterson in there. Rookie wide receivers, you don't see a lot of, you don't see them coming out and doing well. Tyreek Hill didn't do it, going through and back when Andy Reid was here, you never saw a rookie wide receiver coming in. And they drafted a bunch of rookies, Freddie Mitchell, and a bunch of others. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't remember my name. You don't see them come in and go nuts. I'm not saying this kid can't, but it's the history of that happening isn't great. So that's the top half. Next week we're gonna do the bottom half, and there's some guys in there that you can look at. Also, I've got my dates set up for my draft. That's coming up the 2nd and the 3rd of 2 weeks from now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have my drafts. We're looking at the 2nd and the 3rd for my drafts. We're also going to do, and if I get into the other ones, I'll let you know about it. We're also doing our 12-ounce sports league. That's coming up. We're figuring out, I've already been on Twitter talking to the guys. We're figuring out a day. By next week, by next show, we will know the day, and we will have it set up probably that weekend so that you can sign up if anybody extra wants to sign up. And if there's more people who want to get in there, we'll get more people in there. And we'll even set up new leagues if you want. And so we'll have that. And the draft's free. You can keep, hold on to your money.
If you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
Oh.
There you go. You don't have to give me the money. You can go get all the coke and hookers you want. Okay? I'm going to give you that. But we will have prizes, like I said. And I'll show you what the prizes are. I'll probably go with the winner gets the Bill Belichick 12-ounce sports hoodie. That's what the winner's going to get. This is if we get... The only reason I'm doing it without any money is because I don't know if the season's going to go to the end with all the stupid shit that's going on. So what we're going to do is the champ gets 12-ounce sports hoodie. The second place guy gets the t-shirt. The points leader gets the mug. That's it. That's the prizes. It's all 12-ounce sports gear to get it out there. It's all on me. I'll take care of everything. That's the winner gets. So I got to win like some of this stuff. So I can keep it for myself. So that's how it's going to be set up. I've already gone over the rules and what it's going to look like. So that's for that's how it's going to be. I'll have more information next week. By then we'll have the date set up. We're looking at like a day or two before the season starts. Season starts on. I want to make sure I don't screw this up. Yeah, week 1. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, it's the 10th. So it's the week after all the drafts. So if we have to, we will. We have until the 9th, basically. And if we have to do it the 9th, we'll do it the 9th. I'm looking at the 8th, maybe. But if, we're looking at a midweek, a weekday night to do it. So we'll have it set up. I've already gone over the rules. It's going to be, you're going to lose points for picks, fumbles, missed PATs. I don't know what makes PATs. I'll figure that out. That'll be a last minute decision. If you're 1 point PPR, you're going to get a bonus at 100 yards rushing, receiving, and 300 yards passing. You're not going to get 2 bonuses for 200 yards. We will have kickers in the league, and it's going to be set up with 1 flex spot, some IR spots, probably 3 IR spots due to this nonsense. But when all the nonsense is over, probably go back to like 1 or 2, and you can have 1 flex spot. And if anybody does anything stupid, I'll veto it, and I'm not going to screw you over. And you're not paying anything anyway. So that's how we're doing. So that's what we're doing. And those are my draft dates, and that's when the draft date's going to be set. We'll have that figured out for you, hopefully by next week. So, what else we got? Oh, yeah. Biscotti Gourmet. Let's do this. This is a segment. No, we're not doing that. Biscotti Gourmet offers a new take on an old Italian tradition of soft-baked mini biscotti in many delicious flavors. I love lemon. Go to biscottigourmet.com and use the promo code TALKMAN. There's a totally different one from, there's someone I know. For 20% off your order at TALKMAN, TALKMAN, for 20% off your order. Any flavor is a wonderful compliment with your coffee in the morning or as a guilty pleasure treat. Go check it out. They're delicious. You will love them. BiscottiGourmet.com. Check it out. So this is for the... I haven't done Love is Nice in a while, so I have something for the women of the audience. Before we go, I saw this. This is the greatest minute of your life coming up, and it's a PSA. I've gotten into my health lately, so I saw this and I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And this is for the women out there that watch the show, the 4 women out there. If there are 4 women out there, this is for you. Now, in the age of the Mexican beer plague, I see a lot of grocery store epidemiologists and joggers who are virologists. They all know what's healthy for you. They all know how diseases spread. It's crazy. They all got their a lot of these people got their PhDs at CNN or MSNBC, and good for them. It's cheap. I applaud the saving the money on your education. But this goes way beyond that. This is, and I tried, there's no edited versions. I got it off YouTube, so YouTube doesn't mind it. It's pretty out there, though. But, you see, I call it, this is some extra medicine for you. This is some crazy stuff. But this is Dr. Cardi B. She's going to tell you how to keep your pH balanced. This is for the women out there. It's the greatest 1 minute and most thought-provoking 1 minute of your life. Here's Dr. Cardi B.
Y'all, it's your girl Cardi B, and I'm doing this video so y'all can keep y'all pussy on WAP. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you bitches got that dry-ass pussy because y'all pH balance is off. You wanna know why? It's not because you're born with it. It's because y'all keep fucking these dirty-ass niggas. And y'all bitches is shy to tell these niggas that their dick is hot. You gotta tell babe, yo, your dick smell like mustard, my nigga. You wanna throw my pH balance? Y'all bitches be fucking these little dirty-ass niggas. Y'all be sucking their dick and shit. Y'all be gagging on it. Y'all think y'all gagging on it because the dick is big. But no, bitch. It's because...
That's what I thought. They were gagging on it.
Why your pH balance is throwing off. Because y'all bitches need to fucking brush your teeth before you suck dick. Y'all eating barbecue ribs the whole day, bacon and cheese.
That's the best.
And right after, he directly put it inside your pussy.
All right, we're done. That's the bacon, egg, and cheese part. That's my favorite. I had no idea. I had no idea about that.
I don't know nothing about that.
I didn't know either. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese dick. So, any women who are watching, there you go. In case you were wondering, I can't. This is an interesting article. Bacon, egg, and cheese dick. Show's just about done. Yahoo Sports is an interesting article. Go check it out. Key fantasy football storylines coming up out of the first week of NFL training camp came out today. Go check it out. That's it. That's the show. Thank you for watching, and watch out for the bacon, egg, and cheese. Don't forget, there's more of us than there are of them. See you later.